guys, welcome to this week's AMA. We're super excited to be back with an AMA because over the last wee while we've been focusing a lot on educational content to help new users to the crypto space, which has been awesome. We've definitely enjoyed them, but we were agreeing before this, we have definitely missed just hanging out with the community and answering questions. So this will be an awesome opportunity for us to update you guys on everything that's been going on behind the scenes. We're really pleased with how things are progressing with Blüm Finance, which will be the new brand for the delivery of our core product offering, which will be our single stake app. So we'll give you guys a bit of an update on where we are with the launch of that, the branding, the marketing, all that kind of good stuff. As always, please just ask questions as we go. Nothing's off bounds, so we always love questions, we love feedback. So just pop those in and we'll cover them off as we go. But yeah, Aaron, let's kick it over to you to kick off. How are you feeling about all things Bond Money, Blüm, where are things at? We'll just
you know me, I'm always really excited and bullish, but especially so right now. It's the brand, it's just coming along great. I'm glad we identified that Bomb was not the most appealing name to non-crypto individuals. So, I'm really happy with the pivot, and it may not have happened if, the whole Apple fiasco didn't happen. So, I think it's kind of all happened and it worked out for the best with the rebranding.
Yeah, so. And touch wood as well, we're seeing, the market as a whole doing well, which, is great to have some nice conditions, hopefully, be launching into. So long may that continue. Just on the point you made there around the pivot and, moving away from Bomb, just, I guess, confirm for everyone listening, is it the case that Bomb Money is no more, or what's the story with that?
Yeah, I should have clarified that a little bit, but yeah, let's get into that. So Bomb Money is always going to be the overarching company. Bomb Money, Bomb Chain, nothing's changing in regards to that. If you want to really break it down simply, the only thing that's changing is the actual app that we're offering, that our new users and existing users that want to use our single staking app, the brand that they're going to be interacting with is going to be Blüm Finance instead of Bomb Money app. We didn't really have a great name for the mobile app before. It's just Bomb app, Bomb Money app. So this is much stronger branding around this service of ours, which is, the service that's going to help us achieve our mission to become the largest and greatest and safest staking platform globally by 2025. So this is our vessel to get there.
Yeah, I agree that the new branding is awesome. I mean, I think it really is a lot more inviting, a lot more appealing. But yes, like you said, it all sprung from the fact that Apple basically is no longer doing crypto, right? They're going to be canning all the crypto apps that they have on there, which is what they told us directly. Like the current apps that are on Apple are going to be canned. So it was also great opportunity for us to think, okay, well, we're obviously just not going to give up. And so we came up with an even better way to go into that TradFi market. And you'll see we're going to demo some of the Blüm Finance app and some of the website design that's already been done. But we thought the Bomb app was going to be simple. And we just took that to a whole new level with what we've got now on the Blüm Finance app with Taurus Wallet. So it's even easier now than having to basically manage your own wallet. And I'm really excited.
Yeah, there's less of a barrier because, you don't have to download an app. It's a web app, so you can access it from your desktop. You can access it from your mobile phones, and it'll work very similarly to our native apps. It'll feel like it was meant for your phone when you're using it. So great experience, no matter which device you happen to be on. So I actually really like the web app just way of delivering, because it's a single code base for all the different platforms. So we don't have to worry about getting updates approved by the various, Apple and Google, and just having to maintain separate code bases and make sure everything's always, aligned between them. So we have a single code base. It's going to simplify work here. It's going to allow us to deliver improved features, functionality, easy use at a much more rapid pace this way. So huge advantages to going with the web app. Not to mention what you already said, the Taurus wallet integration. That just makes things so much easier for the traditional finance users, and I'll demo that in a second. But
as you demo, it's
I love that. Look at that.
Obvious. Bloom to the moon.
Yeah, that's great.
New spelling of moon. I love it. We'll incorporate that into the brand.
When moon. With that moon. I did kind of skip over though where the status is right now. So let's just go over that before I start demoing stuff. So we've been working really hard on the branding. Not myself as much as the rest of the team, and probably for the better, because it looks so great. If I was involved, it probably would not look this nice. So, but no, the branding is really coming along great. But not just the logo, but just color schemes, website. Website's still in the early stages. You wouldn't think so looking at it, because of how polished and nice it looks, but we literally just started working on the website a couple of days ago. We have all the content from all of our bomb app stuff that we were building up when we were going with that name. So it's not going to be a huge process to get this website polished. But for example, like even like right now on the homepage, it says, get the app on Google Play and App Store. Like we haven't removed that yet because, we just haven't gone through and really polished all the different sections and things of that nature. But I can go ahead and show off the site.
We'll just give the community a feel for kind of how the color schemes kind of work together. And we are hiring a professional designer, and they're already working on the overall design of the website. So it's not just going to be images here scattered. It's all going to have a very similar theme across all the pages and all the sections, and it's all going to have as if you start Bombshell Monday, we've got a brand color palette now. So we've got like highlight colors and shade colors and all that. And it's going to really bring a nice experience to the website. Mm-hmm.
And just before we dive into that, I think, we've taken our time with this. We've lent on experts along the way because we recognize that we are not experts, right? So we've had that external expertise. We've had a lot of input from our community members, but also from non-current crypto users as well. So it's been an awesome process, and we're really pleased with how things are shaping up. And I think once the website has been perfected with the help of that design expert, it's just gonna look awesome.
Yep. Something else too, we're having a pretty casual AMA here. So again, as Rob mentioned, if anybody wants to say anything or has any questions, definitely feel free. And, we're going to be kind of just having, a casual conversation about everything Bloom. So.
Hello, Michelle.
Okay.
All right, let's start showing stuff off. So you can disregard that URL. That's just we're just building the site on a different URL. So it's not going to be at that site. But this is how the branding's shaping up so far in terms of color schemes. We feel it's looking extremely professional. And like I said, as far as content goes, we didn't even really start touching that yet. So you can disregard a bunch of the content. But in terms of just the site look and how inviting it is, and it's. Just think if you're a traditional finance user, like if you come to this website versus a website called Bomb, you're probably going to get, we're probably going to get better results. And everything to do with this.
Exactly. And a lot of feedback that we heard was like, you'd come to Bomb. It's cool because you've got like the crisp black and yellow contrast, but it was kind of like an ominous vibe when you went there. Right. And that's what we were really trying to go away from. And TradFi folk aren't really used. Like they don't, a lot of people still don't know about browsing in dark mode. So when they see a dark website, they're like, oh, this seems sketchy. And they like this to tie to dark web and all that. These are all feedback that we heard. So having a nice bright theme, spring, growing finance, that's really going to help resonate with that audience.
Well, yeah. And like, whenever I'm developing anything or building anything, I always like to look at what big competitors are doing, the multi-million or billion-dollar, companies out there, whether they're in the same industry or not, preferably the same industry, but like, what are they doing? What colors are they using? What does their site look like? And they've put millions of dollars into research of what works best. So, if you look at these other financial institutions, you'll be hard pressed to find a very dark site, right? It's something that you just don't find. All four major banks in Canada are all pretty much, white backgrounds and very inviting, I guess you could say. I'm sure there's a better word for that. But anyway, so this is the branding so far, and it's website's coming along great, and I'm not sure exactly when it'll be ready, but we'll definitely keep everyone posted.
We're aiming for about 2 weeks to have everything ready on the website, and then hopefully tie that in with the app and launch everything. Hopefully 2 weeks, but don't want to set that as a firm date. And if you follow our Bombshell Mondays, we'll definitely let you know as soon as we do have a firm date. But it's not far off, so we're not talking like half a year or anything. But yeah, like 2 to 4 weeks, 4 weeks max, we'll be ready to go and launching everything.
Getting some positive feedback in the chat about the branding. Thanks, everyone.
Nice. Yeah, appreciate it. We agree. Nice to hear from others. It's easy to say something you made looks awesome, but it's great to hear from other people. So thank you very much.
Yep, definitely. Do we want to talk about assets now, or should I go right into the demo of the web app?
Yeah, let's talk assets, and then folk will be clear on what's to come, and then we can show actually how it works in practice.
And maybe even before assets, just a very brief overview of like why Blüm Finance and what's it going to do for BOM and PegHub and all that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I mean, for anyone that's been following along, that really hasn't changed much in the past from what the BOM app is going to do, but I'll go over for Blüm Finance. Blüm Finance is the gateway to crypto and to earning with crypto for anyone that's new to crypto or not new to crypto, really. But we feel that there's this massive target market out there that's interested in crypto, especially with everything that's going on with inflation and money printing and the banking collapses and everything else that's going on. We feel it's a really strong time that people are looking to explore their options of alternative assets. And, a lot of them, there's a lot of barriers to get started, whether it be, if you're doing self-custody, people are afraid of, there's a lot of different barriers, and we're just looking to break all those barriers down and, basically just get that audience into crypto and help them along the way. What that does for the rest of our ecosystem, though, is tremendous. When we get inflows on any of the assets that we support, and we'll get into that in a second, which assets we're going to support right out of the gate, and then what we're going to be expanding to. But yeah, with those inflows, we're going to put those to work in our farms of our PEG tokens, and that's going to do is that's going to cause those PEG tokens to go up in value and to the point where they're pegged, which is going to bring health to all of our different seniorage protocols, and which is going to help the share tokens, of course, because when a token's pegged, now all of a sudden the share tokens are extremely lucrative to have in the boardroom, which then with the higher share token price, now all of our farms are more attractive because they have higher yield, higher returns. The share token farms will be extremely attractive because that gets more allocation than any of the PEG token farms. So really, it's just going to bring a lot of health to all of the different seniorage protocols. And for all you PegHub holders out there, we know what happens when share tokens go up in value. We saw it before. We were getting crazy buybacks on PegHub before when CZ shares were a couple $100. So once those share tokens move up in value and we start funneling share tokens from 4 different protocols into PegHub buybacks, it is going to be absolutely bonkers. Really looking forward to that and seeing that automation at work.
Yeah, and I know we talked about how the app and this proposition will be the kind of tide that lifts all boats a lot in our previous AMAs, but because we've had to sort of pause for a little while, reevaluate how we're going to do things post the Apple challenges, I think a lot of people have potentially forgotten just how much upside opportunity there is as a result of the app. Because yes, it's the case that the app users are going to benefit massively from it and get some, great APRs, that are significantly higher than what you're seeing in centralized exchanges, for example. But actually, where there's the most opportunity is for our advanced users who are, in our farms, etc. So and holding PegHub, obviously. So yeah, it's going to be big when things really get moving.
Yeah. Yep. You look at some of the smaller market cap systems that we have, like SnowPegs and PolyPegs. Well, it really doesn't take a lot to peg any of these. There's like 15K TVL, right? So to actually peg that is not going to take a lot in comparison to some of the others. So It's not like it's a far distant goal to start getting some of those PHub buybacks, especially when we start offering, which Aaron's going to talk about, one token from each ecosystem. It's not that like stretch goal to get one of these, at least one, and probably multiple of these pegged from
in
not
your future.
much inflows. Yeah, exactly.
Yep. And, a big thing is going to be once, I'm sure that as we've all seen in the past, when we've had a token under peg and then all of a sudden we get to peg and some sells start coming in. I mean, that's something that's going to, we're going to experience that again. But it's something where we now we're very confident that our inflows are going to be, substantial enough to, combat the odd seller when we get to peg. But the big thing is going to be that once we can demonstrate that we can get to peg and hold peg on one and numerous tokens, then everyone's going to understand that, hey, all these tokens are going to get pegged. And not only that, but as the share tokens are going to gain value as we have even a single peg token on any of the protocols, which is going to make all the other farms for the tokens that aren't pegged pay extremely well, because they don't have great liquidity. I mean, if you look here, 5,000, 3,800, and 3,800 here, there's not much liquidity there. So, offering Avalanche, for example, which is going to be one of the ones that we launch with, once this pegs, these pairs are going to pay ridiculously well. I mean, they're paying, it's not that bad what they're paying right now. And that's with Snow Share at 32 cents. Wait till that's at $32 or $320 or, or higher. People will be jumping into these like crazy. So it's, they're likely to, I think, to peg before we even start offering those tokens on our app, just because of the strength that will come to the share token from having one that has a really strong peg to it. That's, we're able to clearly demonstrate that can be held. So yeah, it's going to really be beneficial all across the board.
Yeah. And I guess some people might be sitting here going, well, I hold BOM. What does it mean for BOM? Might be good just to run over that.
Yeah. So, I mean, everything that we're doing related to the app, as we've, said since the beginning, it's all operates on BOM chain. It's all, it's a public blockchain where everybody can see everything that's going on. And that's what, makes us different in terms of our offering. And BOM is the native token of BOM chain. We've always said since the very beginning that, it's very difficult to launch your own chain and to get traction on it, but we have a great path to get that traction. And that all starts with app users, right? App users, whether they know or even care that the fact that this is all happening on BOM chain is irrelevant to the fact that what they're going to do is every single new user is going to be a new active wallet on BOM chain. Whatever assets they bring on, however they deposit, whether that's from, the native chain of any of these tokens, or, it doesn't really matter how they bring the assets on, but that's, it's more TVL that's on BOM chain. And it's, the more activity on BOM chain, everything on BOM chain is pegged to BOM. We're going to have a bunch of different projects that are launched on BOM chain. The activity that we generate just from the app users will make BOM chain an appealing place for DeFi protocols to expand, like existing protocols to expand what chain they offer their services on to BOM chain, or also just for new projects to launch completely from scratch on BOM chain. And we've mentioned in the past that we'll heavily incentivize, getting builders on board and have grants for guys that are going to build the right things that BOM chain, could really use. And, that's the more BOM chain is in use, the higher demand there's going to be for BOM. And I mean, look at any of these gas tokens on any popular chain. And we, strongly feel that BOM chain is going to have that kind of activity once the app is rolled out and marketing gets started on it. So, I got really high expectations for BOM.
Yeah, I think that's an awesome overview. And some people might disagree with me on this, but I think the reality is that, a chain's success is largely dependent on the protocols on it, right? Because that ultimately, is what creates the hype and therefore gets more people wanting to build on it. So I think the app being the first major thing on the chain, is going to be very bullish. Sorry, I'm getting distracted because I just spotted Marcus disappeared.
Yeah, that was weird timing. I switched the layout to get rid of my screen share, and then, he's back. Welcome back, sir. I thought I booted you by accident because I just changed the layout to not have the screen share, and you just dropped off at that exact same second.
I didn't think I clicked anything, so maybe you did boot me, but I'm back.
Well, if I did, I apologize, sir. Okay, let's answer this question. How many, if not all, peg tokens will make it to Blüm eventually? We plan to have all of them. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess the only thing is stable coin we've not truly firmed up, just given, you know,
BUSD.
uncertainty around the sort of stable coin landscape. So, and obviously BUSD, won't be, supported by major providers from, God, when is it again? Some point early next year, I think. Apologies if I'm wrong on that. So anyway, we just need to think carefully about that. But certainly we expect to offer a stable coin.
Yep.
Maybe Aaron, just go over what we're planning on launch then.
Okay.
And then
just about to say.
Perfect.
I was gonna let you go first.
Yeah.
So the tokens that we're looking to launch with are, of course, Bitcoin, which is already available in the current app. But yeah, we'll definitely launch with Bitcoin, and we're going to also be launching with Avalanche, which will be the one peg token from Snowpegs that we're going to include on launch. We're going to also offer BNB and Ethereum. So those will be two other great options for at launch time. And in addition to that, we are going to be we're going to include Matic with Polypegs. So Matic, this guy right here, is the pair that's going to be receiving, or that's going to be basically providing rewards for the Matic that we're going to be accepting inflows on. Oh, was I not sharing my screen that whole time?
Yeah, I just realized that.
Oops. I mean, it didn't really matter. I was going through the websites, but yeah. So it's going to be Matic, Avalanche, BNB, Ethereum, Bitcoin. That's it for launch. Those 5.
And those are like 5 of the top 15 cryptos in the world. So, if people are looking to get into crypto, and some people for some reason might not want Bitcoin, or they just want to diversify, we have that option for them now. So it's our offerings at launch are going to be a lot better than initially expected.
So something we should talk about now is, as much as all this excites me in terms of the branding and, the game plan and everything, I think what probably excites me just as much or maybe more is our offering that we're going to have. Because, I've had a lot of success in the past with automated marketing through, when you're getting visitors to your site through, whether it be organic search or paid search or however you're getting traffic. It can be difficult to convert that visitor into a paid customer or a user. So we came up with a great introductory offer. Do you want me to go into it, or just when you guys want to explain it out? I don't mind to do it.
Yeah, you go for it.
Okay. So basically what we're going to do is, I got this idea from a friend's business and, kind of what he was offering in terms of referrals, but we're not factoring referrals into this. But essentially what we're offering is we're allowing anybody to basically try, is probably not the right word, but basically get started with Blüm and get a position up to $1,000. Well, numbers are still to be determined prior to launch, but let's just go with $1,000 for now. Get a position of up to $1,000 in any asset of your choosing that we support. And all that's going to be required for you to get that is you're going to have to give us your email address. So you'll still be able to use the app if you don't want to give us your email, but you're not going to be able to get that introductory promotion. Everyone's probably wondering, okay, well, how can you guys give us $1,000 of free crypto? Well, the way that that's going to work is we want to lower the barriers for people to get in. And, we feel that if somebody can, have a position in their account that they can see it growing, see exactly how it works, interact with the app, do all these different things without having to use any of their own funds or crypto, there's basically no barrier to entry. It's like, if you're willing to give us your email, you can have $1,000 of crypto. And, if you don't like our app, then okay. So, basically there's no reason that anybody would not want to try the app. So the way it's going to work is we'll create a position in the user's account, up to $1,000, and we're going to require that they make a deposit that's again, numbers still to be determined. I think we're saying right now 10 times. So so you'll have 3 months to make a deposit of 10 times whatever size initial bonus you opted for. So if you went for the max bonus of say $1,000, equivalent of the crypto of your choosing, you're going to need to deposit and stake $10,000 worth or more by the time 3 months passes, before 3 months passes from when you get that initial bonus position. So that's really the only stipulation or only condition.
Yeah, the huge advantage to this is it's so hard to target DeFi and Web3 users, and that's by design because it's all anonymous. So other than putting up ads, we can't really get them. So the idea here is to kind of merge that Web2 marketing abilities that we can get, email addresses, get them have a stake position. We don't require anything from them, but right away they can start using our product in our app, but we can also start messaging them. So right off the bat, we can send them an email, say, here's how you get started. Here's an explanatory video. A week later, hey, you still haven't deposited. Don't forget about your stake position. And we can continue to get these like incredibly valuable marketing opportunities directly to people's emails because they've done this and got their position and given us their email address. So you can see how it's really going to be beneficial for Blüm Finance.
Yeah, and with Marcus on the team, he's obviously as good as it gets when it comes to marketing. I have a lot of experience in the past, and I've had a ton of success with this exact same type of system with automated marketing, and basically doing pretty much you need to. There's just a path that you need to follow, right? Like typically you're going to generate a lead and then you're going to want to convert that lead into a user. Obviously you can let a user sign up immediately if they want to. Not everyone's going to do that. So, with something catchy, like, learn how to get $1,000 of crypto to started now or whatever it's going to say. But if all they have to do is enter their email address, that's not a lot for them to do to get $1,000 of crypto. So we feel that the lead generation aspect of that is going to be extremely strong. So we're going to get good value out of any, marketing that we do. And as Marcus was mentioning, the kind of intelligent emails that we can send out to users based on the status of their account, maybe they dropped their email, but they've never gone into the app. Well, there can be a certain, drip campaign of maybe 1 or 2 emails that goes out to those particular types of users and say, hey, we miss you at Blüm Finance. Why haven't, whatever it would say, right? But they can be very targeted based on somebody's exact situation. So a good example would be if they're coming close to the 3 months where they need to make that deposit in order to keep their free stake, their free position, we can tell them a month in advance, then tell them again in 2 weeks if they still haven't done it, and then tell them again maybe 2 reminders in the last week if they still haven't done it. But this can all be done with not only with automation but with intelligence, right? So we can see the status of all of the users and basically update our automated marketing to make sure that everyone's getting emails that are basically applicable to them and their situation. And that includes, a lot of other things too, beyond just, getting the lead and sending them out those initial emails to get them to sign up. It's also, once somebody's an active user, we can, ask for them to refer people. We can, there's all kinds of different things that we can do. And again, some of this can be based on the activity of in their account. So somebody hasn't logged in 3 months or 2 months, whatever it might be, shoot them an email, say, hey, we miss you, check out this, or for example, if we generate a lead and somebody hasn't signed up after, we've sent them out the automated 3-4 emails, whatever we send, maybe we have some special offer that we offer them as one final last shot to, to convert them, right? There's just a million different tactics that we can use. And like I said, I've had a tremendous success in another industry, but doing this exact same thing. And it's, getting that email is going to be huge for our marketing. And just being able to, really generate inflows from the marketing dollars that we're going to spend. I think that's a lot of the problem in the past is we got visitors, we got eyes on what we're doing, but we just didn't convert, whether that's because our offering was too complicated or they just weren't ready at that moment, but we had no way to reach back out to them or to follow up or, we don't want to be doing that ourselves, but that's what automation's for. And, it's something that we set up once and we continue to tweak it and, we keep doing it until our conversion rates are just off the charts.
Yeah, and for anyone who's been following us a while and heard us talk about the referral program previously, you know, what Aaron's explaining very much operates, you know, in a complementary manner to that. But we have slightly changed how the referral program it will work. Sorry, so it'll be the case that, you know, if I refer a friend, then I can still get a $50 bonus, but my friend won't get a referral bonus as they would have done previously, because they'll be able to take advantage of this introductory promotional offer.
Yeah,
yes, it's best of all worlds.
Yeah, and tying those together, we're going to have people's email addresses, and we can then say, hey, you've got your $1,000 stake position waiting for you to get started. In the meantime, you can also earn additional stake positions that'll unlock as soon as you refer somebody. So we can start kind of webbing all the pieces together, in addition to all the different traditional marketing that we have planned as well. But just the welcome bonus, the way we're going to structure that, getting emails, and the referral program itself, those three should be really beneficial for us.
Yep. Combined with the automated marketing, I think it's going to be unstoppable.
Yeah, 100%. Shall we have a look at the app as it currently stands?
Thought you'd never ask.
And just note that this also, as you can see, it's still ball money, and we're going to be rebranding this. Once the website's done, obviously we want to wait till that's there, so we just take pieces of that and put it into the app. But the way it's going to function is going to be exactly the same. So that's all we're demoing here.
Should I jump right into Taurus, or just show everyone that it also works with MetaMask? Maybe I'll show Taurus first.
Yeah, because this is the user experience that most people are going to have, and why we're really excited to offer Taurus.
Yep. So Taurus, okay, so mine was already kind of set up, so it didn't ask me to like log in with Google or anything like that. So this is my Taurus wallet. It works just like, you know, actually I wonder if I can share this. So this is like your little control panel for your wallet. So this is my Gmail address that I associated with this Taurus wallet. This is my wallet address. I probably would have to share this. I don't know if it's worth sharing this, but yeah, let's show everybody.
Or maybe just open up a anonymous browser so
okay,
see what it would look like on a new.
Let me just switch what I'm sharing.
But yeah, this is cool because then you can actually see what it looks like with the wallet logged in.
Sorry, I haven't done an AMA in so long. I forgot how to share my screen. Okay, so anonymous. So here we are. So I don't have MetaMask installed in Incognito, of course, so that option is gone there. Oh, you know what? Because of the security of Taurus, you can't use this incognito. I could probably work as a guest. Oh, I probably should share that.
The issue we're having here is it's so simple that we're trying to make it.
I gotta guess the URL. Good guess. All right. Cool. So this is a guest user, so I don't have a Google account here, but you can basically sign in with, I think you could even do, you can do username and password. You can sign in with Discord. You can sign in basically with any way that you want. And this is just going to be a very simple way to not have to worry about, your seed phrase. Basically log in. This uses multiple factors to keep your wallet safe. I recommend, if anybody's interested, to read up on Taurus. It's tor.us, I believe, is the site. But it's thoroughly impressive, everything that they've done in creating a wallet that's really easy to use, and it's really going to help us with our target market, because it just takes a lot of the complexity away that dealing with MetaMask creates. So not really sure how much more I can.
The main value prop here is that all you need is you can sign in, as you see, with your Google, any Gmail address. You can sign in with your Twitter account, your Facebook account, and it creates a blockchain wallet and ties it to your Twitter account. So you'll be using that to log in and basically interact with any DeFi and blockchain.
So I'm going to try and demo this right now. So what I've done off the screen that nobody's seen is I connected one of my Gmail accounts that I don't believe I've created a Taurus wallet with yet. So this should be a new experience. So I'm just going to approve on my phone that I can use my Google account. And so this should be creating me a new wallet, provided I haven't used this before. And there we go. It looks quite clean to me. So you can see here's my picture and my Gmail account that I used. Brand new wallet. It's really as simple as that. So all I had to do was just log in with my Google account. Of course, there's other options as well. And yeah, you're pretty much good to go. And again, in terms of the security, I'm not an expert yet on exactly everything that they do. I just know that, you know, they are doing a lot to ensure that your private key is safe. It's probably even safer than using MetaMask, to be honest, as long as your social accounts are safe. And although there's multiple factors, somebody with just access to your social account, I'm 99% sure they wouldn't be able to log into your wallet. Haven't looked into the docs of Taurus in a couple of weeks, so forgive me for not having the details handy, but we would have never gone with that if we didn't think it was an extremely secure option. So yeah, so basically it's best of all worlds. It's easy to use for a new user and it's extremely secure. No need to worry about storing your seed phrase somewhere, and if you lose it, losing your entire portfolio. So it really gets rid of a lot of those barriers that new users would have had.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Marcus. I was just going to quickly say that for anyone who is already immersed in the Web3 world, you know, who has MetaMask and is comfortable using that, you can also use it, right? So it's not that, you know, more advanced users have to use Taurus. But yeah, it's...
and we have Wallet Connect.
Yeah.
MetaMask is just, like I said earlier, it's not showing up here because I just opened a new browser as a guest, which doesn't have MetaMask, but yeah, it was showing on my typical browser that I use because I do have MetaMask set up there. So
yeah. But this was one of the largest barriers to conversion rates, was the fact that people didn't either want to go through the effort of installing MetaMask browser extension, or like didn't know how to do it, or didn't trust that. But the Web2 crowd, they're very used to signing in with Google now, or just sign in with your Twitter account, like the social logins across all different sites. It's a very common practice now. So incorporating that into Blüm Finance and letting people get started just by, as you saw, Aaron did one click, approved it on his phone, which some people won't have that. But if you did Twitter, you would just sign in with your Twitter account, boom, you've got your wallet and you're using Blüm Finance. And the cool thing, like we were saying, you're going to do that and you're going to have your bonus stake position already in your wallet as soon as you log in.
I'm going to post this link for anybody that wants to read up on the security of the Taurus wallet, because I did it no justice in my poor explanation. So as well, the rest of their documentation is there as well. Anyone's interested in reading that, but it's I know that I was thoroughly impressed when I first read through this. So definitely feel free to give it a read if anyone wants to learn more about it.
Cool. Yeah, should we just have a quick look through the functionality? Because I think, I'm not even sure we have demoed it, to be honest, previously.
The functionality of the app itself?
Yeah, not in any detail, but maybe just a click through of the main screens.
Okay.
Obviously, just to preface this, you know, we're not finished by any means on the design. You know, it'll all be aligned to the new Blüm branding. So that's not being done at the moment. So,
for example, if I was to deposit Bitcoin from BSC, so BTCB, this is a brand new wallet I just created with Taurus, and this is my deposit address. So for my wallet, this is the address on Binance Smart Chain that I would have to send BTCB to, and then that will be credited to my account, and that'll all be visible on the blockchain. And that is your deposit address to keep forever. So you can always send assets there as long as it's a supported asset. Our systems will pick that up and handle that for you. You can buy crypto. You can let's go to the earning section. So deposit, I was just there. So start earning. So again, the options again to either buy, deposit, or already have BTC, start earning. So, 0.05, let's say, and you can put the duration of your stake, and your APR is already updating up there. And once you agree to the terms, you can simply go ahead and approve. And it's just opened up off screen a Taurus pop-up where it just allows me to approve the asset. And it's really just it's no more difficult to use than MetaMask. I'd say it's actually probably easier. And it actually looks like I haven't seen the latest time. So this is actually looks pretty nice now. It looks like it's customized with our logo, and I know it's not sharing right now because I'm not sharing that window, but whatever.
Yeah, the other cool thing with Taurus is you can there's so much customization that you can do. So we can actually customize the messaging within the pop-up, because MetaMask will ask you approve this transaction, but with the Taurus wallet we can actually explain what the transaction is. And I think that was another barrier for people new to DeFi. I mean, not even new to DeFi. I was saying how, like, a year or two into using MetaMask myself, I would still be panicked when I had to approve anything doing on MetaMask. So that's the whole thing. We're now going to be explaining right within the approval page what you're actually approving and why you need to approve it.
Yep. So, and again, like Marcus said, this is not fully customized yet, but it's very standard stuff for anyone that's already in DeFi would, be familiar with something like this. And we're going to customize this just to make it as simple as possible for new users. But it's going to essentially be as simple as pressing confirm here. The thing is, right now I don't have any BOM in this wallet, so I have no money for gas. That's why it's not letting me do this. But when anybody does a deposit to their account, or they buy crypto, we actually have a system in place where it checks if they have BOM, and if they don't have BOM, it'll give them some BOM for gas. So this will be a non-issue, provided someone's made a deposit of any kind or brought any assets onto BOM chain. So
awesome.
That's that. Actually, maybe I could show off the wallet too if I'm showing just like the actual pop-up that you get to manage your wallet. Just while we're at it.
And while we're at this, we love to hear feedback. So I mean, we're showing what we're working on here in Blüm and the app. But if you've got any feedback, I mean, like we said, this is the time to give it, because we still aren't finished building. We've still got, I'd say, 2 to 4 weeks where we're going to be perfecting everything. So now's the time to be heard, because it's a lot harder to change things once we've launched.
Yep.
But yeah, if you think it sucks, if you think it's great, we'd love to hear from you. And you don't even need to go in the AMA, but stop by Telegram or Discord and just let us know.
Yeah, so I mean, as you guys can see, it's a pretty standard wallet interface. You can transfer tokens, you can transfer native, you can use Wallet Connect to even connect to whatever dApp you wanted to. Again, stuff that's not really too relevant for our target market, but for the more advanced users that want to use Taurus Wallet, you're really not limited in any way. So pretty cool stuff.
Yeah.
David Rogers is excited for Blüm, and so are we.
100%. No, I think everything's just coming together really nicely. And yeah, once we finalize the branding, we've done everything to get the additional assets support ready. It's just going to be an insane proposition, and far beyond what it would have been if we launched back in January, as we'd initially planned. So yeah, we've definitely taken something not so great with the delay with Apple, and really use that time effectively to make sure we're in a really strong position for launch.
Yeah, it's the cliche where everything happens for a reason, but then you look back and you're like, I mean, we could have been out there with, in my mind, a potentially inferior product with an inferior brand for the market we were looking at. And so the fact that Apple said we're closing the doors on all crypto apps from now on, that actually opened the door for us to really come up with what we have now, which I think is even better.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. Cool. All right. Yeah, I don't think we've got any other questions coming in, but yeah, just another call. If anyone does have any questions or comments, do just drop them in. But while we're waiting, is there anything else that you guys want to to talk about or update on?
Yeah, there's one thing I wanted to mention is, I know I said it already, but I just really can't stress enough like how excited I am about not only the branding, but just the whole process that we have for how we're going to go from marketing to having a user that has crypto staked on our platform. We've done a lot of things in the past where we hoped that we would generate inflows, but maybe we didn't have, we didn't have the whole, it's really difficult in Web3 to have that whole path defined because you don't have information on the user. You can't send them emails typically. So, those are just barriers that nothing we could really do about it. But just the success that I've had in the past and my experience with automated marketing, with all the rest of the skills that we have, on our team, and now that I see that clear path where I know that if we can get that email address, we can get them to become an app user. And I'm very confident we can convert visitors into getting their email at the very least. So that is what excites me, because we've done so many things in the past to generate inflows, but this, I actually see the path, and it's a path that's worked for me really well in the past. So
yeah, and just to give people a bit of background on like how much thought we put into all the different marketing opportunities that we had. We were meeting with different CRMs, and some are like, we're Web3 specific, so you'll be able to talk to Web3 customers. And we're like, oh, this is amazing. But at the end of the day, it was like, how do you do it? Well, you can airdrop them things or something, but there was no way to get people's actual contact or email address. So that it was such a difficult target to get, was an actual email address for somebody that wants to do something in DeFi. Because anybody here, how many things have you been airdropped that you've ever actually looked at? No, I've probably been airdropped a million things that I don't even know one of them, right?
Well, it's not even safe to interact with something that you're not familiar with what it is. Exactly. Like, it's best not to even touch
it. Paying like $10,000 to get be able to airdrop people something, I'm like, I don't need that. So yeah, this method that we've got now is way more exciting.
So we've got a question: will this app make it through Apple? So that's the beauty. There's a lot of advantages to what we're doing now, but we're actually not doing native apps for any mobile device. We're doing a web app that's installable on your mobile phone, or it's even installable on your desktop. Actually, let me see if I could demo that real quick. Actually, I can. I can't demo it on my phone, but I can demo it on the computer. Share screen. This guy, I think. One sec. This one. So you'll notice up here, I have this install Bomb Money app. This is not quite as useful on desktop, but on mobile, this is great. You get a nice icon on your homepage, on your, on your screen, just like a native app. And it will look and feel like a native app more so than if you use it in the browser. It'll look almost identical to using it in the browser, but we can just customize certain aspects of it, like get rid of the URL bar, things like that. Just kind of give a better, more natural feel. So it's kind of like we have the advantages of a pure web-based solution where we can have one code base. We could, implement changes and features and upgrades and fixes in seconds instead of having to wait for approvals, and really just to be able to deploy things much quicker and advance the app much quicker with a single code base, and really with no downsides that I could really think of. So, and plus, like, you'll get the same experience across all your devices. So whether you use it, some users are going to want to use this on, iPhone, Android, and PC, and maybe their tablet too. Well, you'll get the exact same experience no matter which device you're using, which unfortunately wasn't going to be the case with Apple and Android because the apps were a little bit different. There's nothing we can do about that just because of the differences between the platforms. So hope that answered your question well. Oh, seems like it did. Awesome.
Yeah, cool. All righty. But yeah, no, I think that's been good. And, we'll keep these updates coming. As Marcus said, make sure to keep your eyes peeled on Bombshell Monday, where we'll be updating on exact timelines for launch. But yeah, we'll be working around the clock to get things going as quickly as possible. We're straight into a planning review meeting after this. For anyone who's listening back, if you've got questions, definitely just drop by Discord or Telegram. And we'll come back to you and answer any questions.
Real quick before we go, Simon did post some app themes for the app with the Blüm that I could share with everybody. We got it in our corporate MS Teams, but I think that'd be pretty cool to show off.
I got a lot off the press. Yep.
So it looks like there's two of them. Oh, okay, one's like a lighter one. So keep in mind, this would have just been made like fairly quickly, just to kind of throw the Blüm stuff into our web app. But let me just share that. Not that. We got to do AMAs more often. I'm forgetting how to use this thing. Okay. So again, very, not the final copy, but this is, basically the web app with Blüm colors, or a darker version.
Looks nice.
Yeah, I think it's a very nice start.
Yeah, that is what it is. It's a start.
Yeah, 100%. No, it's looking really good.
As Michelle says here, join the socials. So we are obviously starting new with Blüm Finance, so you can check it at Blüm Finance. We don't have the umlaut on the social handles, so it's just at BLUM Finance. And
I can post a link in the.
Yeah, and we're going to be running a Gleam contest to drive these, but we're going to wait till the website's actually live, because we want to start. One of the conditions on the Gleam is going to be to actually give us your email on the website for points there, and then we can already start gathering some email addresses with that. So stay tuned for Bombshell Mondays, and there's going to be some great prizes available.
Awesome.
Cool. Yeah, I think we'll wrap up there. But thanks to everyone for coming along. Thanks for anyone who's taken the time to listen back. Do just hit the like button for us, and if I'm sure you are already, but hit subscribe if not. We'll. I don't know, Marcus, if we got another AMA firmed up at this stage, or will we just share the details of that via?
Yeah, we don't have any dates set, but I think the next one will be once we've got the site done and ready to show that. We'll do one probably in 2 weeks then.
Yeah, cool, good stuff. All right, we'll finish up there. But yeah, thank you guys again, and we'll speak to you all soon.
See you guys. Thanks for coming along.
Enjoy the rest of your day, guys.